Dear friends, this is the lecture number 6 of a vector. As you know, in the previous lecture, we discussed about the components of a vector in 2 dimension as well as in 3 dimension. But in this lecture, I am going to discuss how vectors will be multiplied, the product of vectors. So this is one operation of vectors, product of vectors. Before that, I want to ask you some questions. One, suppose 2 into 3 is equal to what? Okay, your answer is coming 6. If I take 2 into 3, then what's your answer? 6. 2 into 3. What's your answer? 6. So in all cases your answers are coming 6. 2 into 3, 2 into 3, 2 into 3. So first product I did using which symbol? That is the cross symbol. Second product I did by doing dot symbol. And the third product I did by using brackets. But you understood whatever may be the symbol, maybe cross, maybe dot, maybe bracket, but you understood that my question is the product of 2 and 3. So whenever you multiply two scalars like this, the symbol doesn't matter. Maybe cross, maybe dot, maybe bracket, but the answer is coming same. Can I use the same thing when I write vector? When I do multiplication of two vector, I will put cross sign, I will put dot sign, and I will give here brackets. Is the answer same? Just like the scalar? No, the answer is not same. There is a hell and heaven difference if we change the symbols. When we multiply two vectors by the help of a cross symbol, then this is called a cross product. This is called a cross product, and its result is another vector. This result is another vector, and this is called as cross product or vector product by cross symbol. But when we multiply by dot symbol if I multiply, this is B vector, the result is a scalar. The result is a scalar. When you multiply A vector with B vector by dot symbol, the result is a scalar, and this is called dot product or scalar product. And when you multiply two vectors by bracket like this is called dadx. This is called dadx, which is not in your syllabus, so it's not required to discuss in +2 level. So we'll discuss only these two type of product of vectors. Now I think it's clear to all of you. Product of vectors is of how many types? 2 types. One is dot product, one is cross product. As the result in cross product is a vector, so that is called a vector product, and the result in cross product is a scalar. Direction will vanish, no direction you will get when you multiply two vectors by dot, then that product is called a scalar product. So let's discuss first scalar product or dot product, then we will go to cross product. Let's discuss first dot product of two vectors. Dot product of two vectors. How we multiply two vectors? By dot symbol. So A vector dot B vector is equal to A mod B mod then cos theta. This is the dot product formula of two vectors. Let's understand this formula first. From where this formula comes, actually what is the physical interpretation of this. Okay, if this is A vector, this is B vector, this is the angle between them, that is theta, angle between them, then the formula is very clear. A mod B mod cos theta. The result is having no direction, so the result is a scalar. But what is the physical meaning of this? Now let's discuss. If I tell you to find a component of B, I have told you about component in the previous lecture. If I tell you to find a component of B along this line, if I'll tell you to find component of B, is it component of B along this line? This is the component. I hope you understand that I have told in the previous lecture how we'll find component of one vector. You just forget A. You forget A. I am drawing B separately, otherwise you see the component of B in this line. Angle is theta. Okay, I draw the B vector separately. So this component is how much? This component is how much? I have told you to which side theta is there, that is cos or sine. Okay, so that's the cos. So this is B cos theta. This is B cos theta, means this one is B cos theta. This red part, okay, this red part is B cos theta. So what is the physical meaning of this dot product? Now you try to understand. So A vector dot B vector, I can write it like this: A vector mod, or simply A we can write, no problem. Okay, no vector symbol, no mod, simply we can write A. Then B cos theta, you now make it in brackets. What you understand? Now I am telling one sentence here, you clearly mark. The dot product of two vectors is equal to product of magnitude of one vector and the component of other, and the component, the scalar component, the component of other along the first one. Again I am telling, try to understand what is dot product of two vectors. Dot product of two vectors is equal to product of magnitude of one vector and the component of other. B cos theta is the component of a B vector. The component of other along the first one. Which component? Scalar component. Only the magnitude of that component. So that's called scalar component. The product of magnitude of one vector and component of other along the first one. So this is the definition of dot product. This is the physical meaning of dot product. If one vector is acting like this, how much effect it has along this side. This is the physical meaning of a dot product. If exactly the physical meaning we'll understand in our day-to-day life. Now you see, I'm explaining in day-to-day life what is the application of this dot product. So suppose here is a toy car, toy bus. This is a toy bus, okay, and one small child is pulling the bus in this direction by the help of the thread. I think you might have done in your childhood like this. Okay, this is the toy bus. You tie the bus by the help of a string, and you now pull it in that direction. But bus is going like this. Boss is going like this. This is called displacement vector. Boss is going in this line. This is called displacement vector. But you apply the force in that vector. You apply the force in that vector. Then how much work you are doing? How much work you are doing here? Work done. Work done, you know in lower classes a little formula. Force into displacement. Force into displacement. But here when you apply F force, does whole F force do your work? Does the whole F force what you apply do the work here? No. The whole F force is not doing the work. Then how much of force is doing the work? Let's find the component of F along this direction. So what component it has along this direction? If this angle is theta, what is the component of F along this direction? F cos theta. So how much work is done now? Force. How much force? F cos theta is the force. F is not the force because the F is not doing work. Only F cos theta is doing work. The force which is along the displacement, that only do the work. So F cos theta into S. So this is Fs cos theta. You see, Fs cos theta. Fs cos theta means it's coming under this formula. So this is F vector dot S vector. So now you got my point. This is the practical application of a dot product in our day-to-day life. Just I told you before in the previous lectures, practical application of addition of vectors, flying of a bird, working of the sling or catapult. The same thing here, the practical application of a dot product you see. So when you apply the force like this, the whole force is not doing the work. So you find the component of a force which is along the displacement or who actually doing the work. F is applied, but work is doing F cos theta. So you take F cos theta into displacement. So it's coming F vector dot S vector. So this is the practical application. Now you understand where the dot product is applied in our day-to-day life. So from that also you got one formula. Work done is equal to F vector dot S vector. Not your lower class formula, force into displacement. You remember this one, F vector dot S vector. So now we'll do the, as theta is there, we'll most discuss the special cases. Come to case 1. Case 1. When theta is equal to 0, what happens to the dot product? Dot product is equal to A vector mod into B vector mod. Case 2, when theta is equal to 180, then A vector dot B vector is equal to A mod B mod cos 180. I just put it here, theta I put it here, cos 180. So minus A mod B mod. Then come to case 3, theta is equal to 90 degree. Then A vector dot B vector is equal to cos 90 value. How much? 0. A vector dot B vector equal to 0. This one will help you to test whether two vectors are perpendicular or not. If I will give you two vectors, A vector and B vector, then you will find it's a dot product. If the dot product is coming as 0, then the two vectors are perpendicular, orthogonal, normal to each other. So this formula will help you. So this is also called condition of, this is called condition of perpendicularity. Perpendicularity. A vector dot B vector is equal to 0. So these are the three cases we discussed. So now let's see, when you multiply two vectors by dot sign, what is the maximum value we get? The value like this, this and this. Which one is maximum? This one is maximum. Which one is minimum? This one is minimum. So when two vectors are multiplied by dot sign, then the values must lie within plus AB and minus AB. Similarly, I have told you, when two vectors are added, then the values must lie within A plus B and A minus B. Similarly, when two vectors are multiplied by dot, the values for different angle of theta must lie within A dot B plus AB and minus AB. Must lie within plus AB and minus AB. Okay, so this is about the different cases of dot product. Now let's come to dot product of equal vectors. Equal means I am telling A vector dot A vector. So let's use the formula: first mode, second mode, cos. What is the angle between them? Two vectors are same, so angle between them must be 0. So it is coming A vector mod square. A vector mod square. So I want to tell you one interesting thing here. If I write 2 square, you may write 2 into 2, you may write 2 into 2, you may write 2 into 2. This is correct, this is correct, this is correct. But it will tell you A square, where is a vector. If I write A square, then you have to write A vector dot A vector. So this one will not work. This one will not work, only one correct. This one will not work. So you can't multiply by any symbol while multiplying two vectors. So when A square means only dot product. So this is the dot product of two equal vectors. Now let's come to dot product of two unit vectors. Two unit vectors, dot product of unit vectors. So I cap dot I cap. Use the formula A mod B mod cos theta. Remember this formula. First mod, second mod, cos 0. I cap, both are along x axis. So angle between them is 0. So this is coming 1. 1, this is 1, this is 1. I cap what is 1 because it is unit vector. Okay, unit vector mod is always 1. Similarly, j cap dot j cap 1, k cap dot k cap 1. So this is the similar vectors. If I tell I cap dot j cap, now let's find I cap mod j cap mod cos. What is the angle? 90 degree. How 90 degree? I cap is along x axis, j cap is along y axis, so angle between them is 90 degree. So this is 0. If I tell j cap dot k cap, this is similarly 0. If I tell k cap dot I cap, similarly 0. So now you got the dot product of unit vectors. I cap dot I cap 1, j cap dot j cap 1, k cap dot k cap 1. But I dot j condition of perpendicularity is 0, j dot k 0, k cap dot I cap 0. So you have to remember this much. It's not difficult to remember. Okay, where perpendicular, dot product is 0. Now let's come for the dot product of position vector. Dot product of position vector. Suppose one vector I write ax I cap, ay j cap, az k cap. Another vector I write bx I cap, by j cap, bz k cap. Then a vector dot b vector. Let's do a vector dot b vector. So ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap then dot, then bxi cap plus byj cap plus bzk cap. So is equal to, now let's multiply them by distributive law. It's one, it's all. Then it's another, it's all. Then the last one, it's all. Just like a lower class distributive method, have patience and do. So this is a xi cap dot bxi cap plus byj cap plus bzk cap plus ayj cap dot. Where the multiplication come, you must put dot sign. Don't leave it like this, because this is dot product. bxi cap plus byj cap plus bzk cap. Then plus azk cap dot, again bxi cap, byj cap, bzk cap. So what is coming, you see, has this to this. Ax bx, scalar scalar, vector vector. Ax bx, I cap dot I cap is 1, I cap dot I cap is 1 plus ax by, then I cap dot j cap is 0, ax bz, I cap dot k cap is 0, ay bx, but j cap dot I cap is 0, ay by, j cap dot j cap is 1. So this exists. Ay bz, j cap dot k cap is 0. Then here k cap dot I cap is 0. K cap dot j cap is 0. Then k cap dot k cap, this exists. So az bz. K cap dot k cap is 1. So the final answer you got ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. Understand my point? Az bz. Okay. So this is the final formula which you have to remember to do the questions in next chapters as well as in this chapter. Throughout the physics in 2 years, you have to remember this formula. These things only we derive. Then after that, this is not required. You may forget, no problem. But you have to remember this one. What is the formula of a vector or b vector? X bx plus ay by plus az bz. So all of you got this answer. So now we'll come to the applications of dot product. So by reading this dot product, what advantage we have? Where we can use this dot product? Now let's come to application 1. Application of dot product, come to application 1. We can test the perpendicularity of two vectors. I had already told you we can test the perpendicularity of two vectors, and this is the condition for perpendicularity. A vector dot b vector is equal to 0. I will give you two vectors. You will find the dot product. If the answer is coming 0, they are perpendicular to each other. So let's do one question. This is the question for you. A vector I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. But B vector is 2I cap minus j cap this much. This is B vector. Question is, test whether A and B are perpendicular or not. Pause the video here, solve this question, find your answer. After that, then play the video and see what answer I am doing. Okay, so now I am telling you the answer. So A vector and B vector, what you have to do? You have to simply find A vector dot B vector. What's the formula? X bx plus ay by plus az bz. So what is the value of ax here? This is 1. Nothing means 1. So ax is 1. Bx is how much? This is 2. This is bx 2. Then here ay 2. Here by. Here minus 1. Minus 1. Then here az 3. Here bz nothing. Nothing means 0. So what is coming? 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So what's your conclusion? But don't forget to write this line. So a vector perpendicular b vector. Some students after getting 0, they leave here. So you lose half mark. You have to write it's coming 0. So a vector perpendicular b vector. Okay, so in this way we can test whether two vectors are perpendicular or not. Hope your answer was correct. So I will go to application number 2. Application number 2 is we can find angle between two vectors. We can find angle between two vectors, but how we find angle between two vectors? A vector dot b vector is equal to a vector mod b vector mod cos theta. So implies that cos theta is equal to a vector dot b vector by a vector mod b vector mod. So this formula you can use to find angle between two vectors. How will do? Let's give a question. So this is the question. A vector I cap plus 2j cap minus k cap, b vector 2y cap plus 4j cap minus 2k cap. Question is, find angle between a vector and b vector. Angle between a vector and b vector. Pause the video here now. Now I will tell you the answer. I hope you have already solved the answer. Now you play the video and see what I am doing and check whether you have done correct or wrong. So now let's do what you have to do first here. First you find a vector dot b vector. You find its portions. After that you put in the formula. A dot b here ax bx 1 2 plus ay by 2 4 plus az bz minus 1 then minus 2. I am giving here cross symbol. Don't confuse because these are now scalars. When the scalar matter comes, you can write any symbol. Don't confuse. Okay. When scalar comes, you can write any symbol. So these are scalars. You may think that's how I put cross symbol in the dot product. Okay. But this is the multiplication of scalars. Don't worry. You can write here cross. No problem. So this is 2. This is 8. And this is plus 2. So it's coming 8, 4, 12. A dot B. A dot B is coming here 12. Okay. So now see here. So I take 2y cap, 4j cap, minus 2k cap. Okay, this is coming 12. It's right. Good. Then find A mod. A mod is how much? You know, to find the mod of a vector. If it is terms of I cap, j cap, k cap, what is the mod of a vector? X square plus y square plus z square root over. So this is x square plus y square plus z square root over. So what is coming? This is 1 plus 4 plus 1. So it is coming root 6. Then come to mod of b vector. I am doing here mod of a b vector. Mod of a b vector equal to 2 square, then 4 square, then 2 square. root over. Okay, so this is 4, 16, 4 root over. So it is coming 24 root over. Okay, it's right. Now we use the formula. Now we use the formula to find the angle. Okay, so now you can write the formula here. Let's write the formula again. So here A dot B, so the cos theta equal to A vector dot B vector by A mod B mod. What is A dot B? 12. What is A mod? That is root 6. What is B mod? Root 24. Okay, root 24. So if you multiply, you will get 12 into 144 root over. This is also 12. It is coming 1. It's coming 1. So if the dot product is coming 1, if the cos theta is coming 1, so cos theta is equal to 1, then what is the value of theta? 0. Got it? Value of theta is 0. So what is the angle between the two vectors what I had given? The angle is 0. How dot product help us to find the angle very easily? Okay, so this is about the application number 2. Now let's come to application number 3. Application number 3, already I have told you, work done. Work done is equal to force vector dot displacement vector. F as cos theta. So this is the practical application of dot product. Okay, now come to application number 4. It's a very important application. Application number 4. So what is this? Application number 4. Suppose this is one vector. This is suppose A vector. This is suppose B vector. This question is like this. Find the scalar component of a B along A. This is the application number 4. This is a very important question. Always comes in exam, very important. Find the component of a scalar component of. Remember this one what I am telling. Find the scalar component of B vector along A vector. This is a very important one. I am telling scalar component means I am not bothered about direction. But what scalar component I need? That must be along A vector. What is the component? If this angle is theta, this angle is not given, but I am taking the angle theta. It's not given in the question. If theta, so this side component is, already you know this side component is what? B cos theta. This side component is B cos theta. So this is the scalar component of a B along A. But unfortunately theta is not given to you. Theta is not given. If it is not given, what you will do? You see scalar component, the answer is B cos theta. The scalar component, your answer is B cos theta. But how you find that B cos theta? So it's very clear, you see. This is B vector dot. B vector dot, we can write here A cap. B vector dot A cap. So you see, this is the scalar component. How it's coming? B vector dot A cap. You see, if you want to know how this is B cos theta, I'm finding this B vector dot A cap here. B vector dot A cap. If I tell you this is also vector, this is also vector. Okay, so here B vector, first vector mod, second vector mod, then angle between them. What is the angle between B vector and A cap? A cap means this direction. So this is cos theta. So is it right? So now this is B vector mod means B. A cap mod is 1. cos theta. So it is B cos theta. Got it? So B cos theta can be written as B vector dot A cap. No problem. So I wrote B vector dot A cap. So is equal to B vector dot. Can I write this A vector by A vector mod? A vector by A vector mod. So this is B vector dot A vector divided by A vector mod. The component of a B vector along A vector. This is B vector dot A vector by A vector mod. The scalar component. So this is the formula. You have to remember this formula to find scalar component. Let's come to the next application. Application number 5. It's just related to that. I want to find vector component. Vector component of a B vector along A vector. Let's find vector component. If I tell vector component, then what addition I will do? This is scalar component. Vector component means with this component, with this scalar component, only direction is required. B cos theta is along A vector, means its direction is B cos theta is along A vector. So what is the direction of this B cos theta? A cap. So B cos theta is along A vector, means B cos theta is along A cap. So this is the scalar component. Only we attach here A cap. Scalar component is B cos theta. Only add here A cap. So then it becomes vector component. So this is A cap. So this is A cap. So this is A cap means A vector by A vector mod. So what answer is coming here? B vector dot A vector divided by A vector divided by A vector mod square. A vector mod square. So this is the formula to find vector components. Vector component of one vector along another vector. Okay, so this is the formula. If I tell you to do one question, let's come to do one question based on this. It's a very important question, always comes in exam. Particularly this question comes in exam. Question: find the component of I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap along I cap plus j cap. Along I cap plus j cap. Component of this along I cap plus j cap. How I will do? Component of this we will find along this vector. So according to our now formula, this one is B vector, its component we will find, and this one is A vector, along which we will find the component. So now use this formula. This is the formula what I have derived. Use this formula. First you find A dot B. First you find A dot B. A dot B first you find. What is the value of A dot B? 1 into 1, 2 into 1. So it's coming 3 into 0. So it's coming 1 plus 2, it's coming 3. Then find A vector mod. A vector mod is how much? Mod is 1 square plus 1 square root over, it's coming root 2. So now use this formula. Formula is this one. Now use to find the answer. So what is the formula? Your formula is B vector dot A vector mod, this is A vector by A vector mod square. You have to remember this one. This is the formula. Just use this formula. Dot is 3. This is mod square, so root 2 square, and this is the vector I cap plus A cap. So answer is 3 by 2 I cap plus A cap. The very famous question, and this is the famous answer of that question. Okay, so this is the application number 5. application number 6, that is also linked with this application number 6. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. I did it. So application number 6 now will come. What is the application number 6? Find the component of vector component of a B vector perpendicular to a vector. Find the vector component of a B vector perpendicular to a vector. Listen to my question. The component of a B vector which is perpendicular to a vector means this is asking about which component? This component. Because it is perpendicular to a vector. This component is, you know, it's B sin theta. The component of a B vector which is perpendicular to a vector, how will find that component? Now you think about this, how will you find that component? That component is B sin theta. A vector is given to you, B vector is given to you, but angle is not given to you. Angle is not given to you, then how will you find this B sin theta? Vector component I need the vector component which is of a B vector which is perpendicular to a vector. Then how will you find that one? So it's very easy, but you have to think about this. In which angle you are thinking, that is important. You can pause the video here and think for some time how you can able to do. After that you see the video here. So now you pause it. And after some time you see now what happened and which way I did. Is the answer coming to your mind? Now you play the video. Is the answer coming to your mind that I will find theta using the application number 2? Because A is given, B is given. I will find theta, then I will write B sin theta. No, you will not get the answer if you do like that. You will never get the answer if you do like that. But very easy way you can able to do. What is the another way? If the thinking is coming to your mind, B vector is just the sum of this component and this component. Sum of this component and this component. And this component you already got. This. The parallel component or the component which is along the vector you already got. B is sum of this component and this component. You already got this component. How will you get the perpendicular component? So perpendicular component is equal to B vector minus this one. B vector minus that parallel component. That parallel component or that along component. So this is B vector minus B vector dot A by A vector mod square. A vector mod square. Okay, this one just I wrote here. If I tell you to find the component of one vector, perpendicular component of one vector along another vector, you have to first find the component which is along that vector. If the question is find perpendicular component of one vector to another vector. Perpendicular component of a B vector along A vector. You have to first find out the parallel component, then just to subtract it. Then you will get your answer. So today we discussed about the dot product in this lecture. Then in the next lecture we will discuss about cross product. Thank you.